Hello, I'm Lisa Price. I'm a teacher's assistant in math, and I am making this video to explain the math intervention system that I had put together. The process is started when the teacher recognizes that a particular student is continually struggling with math. The teacher refers the student to me. The first thing I do with the student is have him or her complete a math drill down. The drill down is a paper and pencil test that asks a variety of math questions to help diagnose what the student is struggling with. It is aligned with state standards. There are a few questions on each standard. I give the drill down from the previous 2 years of the student's grade level. Drill downs are labeled with a section number, which is actually what students should know by the end of that grade. So if I have a student in 3rd grade, I will give them all tests from grade 1 and 2. There are 4 areas of mathematics that the drill down tests on. Numbers and operations in base 10 and operations and algebraic thinking are for all grades K through 6. Counting and cardinality is just for kindergarten, but 1st and 2nd graders can be tested on it. The 4th area is for fractions, which is the upper grades. It's sections 3 through 5. The drill down may take 2 or 3 sessions to complete. I test 1st graders one-on-one. I read all the questions to them and make sure they understand what I'm asking. 2nd graders can be tested one-on-one or in groups of 2 or 3 depending on their reading ability. I want to make sure I'm testing the ability in math and not reading. 3rd graders can be tested in groups of 5 to 7. 4th, 5th, and 6th graders can be tested as a whole class. After the drill down is complete, I mark any questions that the student got wrong. I record the number correct in each area on the drill down cover sheet. Some tests have more than one standard. I also put the date that they did that drill down. There is space on the cover sheet for 3 scores. It may be helpful to give the drill down 3 times a year to see the growth. If students have missed 2 or more questions in the standard, I considered that an area that they should get extra help in. I have written out a short description of each standard so it's easy to see what the student needs help with. The teacher will receive a copy of the drill down cover sheet for each student that they refer for a drill down. After the drill down is evaluated, it's time to start teaching. I have compiled resources for each of the standards addressed in the drill down. I have a filing cabinet with a file for each standard. In the file are a few assessments and a few activities or lessons to help teach the concept. The intervention will start with an assessment, so we have the beginning data. Another assessment should be given no more than 2 weeks into the intervention, and a final assessment is done at the end of the intervention. After the final assessment, I evaluate if the student needs to repeat this topic or if he or she is ready for the next standard. By the way, I work with small groups or one-on-one with students for 20 minutes per day, Monday through Thursday. This is the intervention system that I have put together. The other TAs are welcome to use my files. They may help administer the drill down as well. There are 2 other ways in which classroom TAs can help in the classroom. The first is with IXL. We use IXL as a resource to help students struggling with math. There currently is not a way to track progress over time in IXL, but if you print or write down the diagnostic level of each strand for your students, maybe weekly, you could easily keep track of how your students are growing. Aids can also help teach topics that are being covered in class. Some students will understand better when taught in small groups. Some students need the extra time to work with manipulatives. If the teacher would like to use the aid in this way, it's nice to give the aid a list of upcoming topics. That way the aid can be fully prepared and ready to teach. If you have any questions, you may email me at liprice@dsdmail.net.